Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while. I've been working. I was just like, you know what? We need to get back on business. We need to be on YouTube. We need to be uploading weekly. I'm trying my best, honestly. But I'm going to try my best to make sure that I start uploading every week again, like I used to. This video is a very, I would say very interesting. I just thought of it and I was like, you know what? I need to speak about this, and I need to use a platform that will let me speak for long to talk about this. I've been on TikTok, I've been on Instagram, posting a lot of content. I won't call it a lot of content, but posting. Okay. I was just like, let me just put this on YouTube so that this particular video will be there for anybody that wants to watch it at any time. As you see the topic of this video, this is your sign to apply pressure. As you can see, Nigeria is not getting easier for anybody. It's getting harder. But even though people are still making money, and that's why I'm here to discuss with you or to talk to you or to share whatever with you, so that you can join the people that are making a lot of money and you can add more pressure so you can be making more and more money. The first we'll be talking about is the Nigerian economy. How bad is it really? Honestly, inflation is on the rise and they are trying their best to kind of reduce the inflation or manage the inflation, but no real change can happen unless people stop being corrupt and they stop stealing. They stop stealing our commonwealth, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon. As a result, things are going to continuously get more expensive. Honestly, we don't have the best government in place. So that's a fact, right? But does that mean that we have to suffer or we have to go broke or close our businesses as a result? No. It means that we would have to work harder. I'm filming this video February 20. I think this is 27th or 26th, and I filmed this video. The dollar is currently 1.6 or something, but in the past week it has been like 1.7, 1.5. That should be increasing, as opposed to around December when dollar was at like 1,100. So it made that like jump between December and February right now. And a lot of businesses have been affected. I've had a couple of people tell me that it's been so hard for them combining school, combining their business. They are really struggling, and I totally understand. If you're in that boat right now, I'm sorry. Yeah, these are very hard times, and I cannot tell you that it's going to get easier. But what I can tell you is that although we may not have a lot of control over the general economy of Nigeria, you have control over your economy, and I have control over my economy. You have control over how much you are able to make. You have control over what you are able to do with your time in order to make more money. I was telling somebody yesterday, I said that only the paranoid survive, and I posted that on my status as well. Only the paranoid survive. In times like this, you don't just relax and continue to do things as usual. People's buying power is reducing, and as a result, they are choosing the best brands. That's one, the best brands they trust. They are choosing to buy from people that feel valuable to them. They are choosing vendors that they trust. They are choosing vendors that they can see the clear value in what they sell. At this point in time, you need to make sure that you are valuable to your audience and they really understand your brand and they trust your brand. You need to make sure that you are doing quality work. If you're a service business owner, if you render services, and if you sell products, you need to make sure that you are selling the original so that people can trust you and continually do business with you. Only the paranoid survive. Some business owners will, oh, God will help us. No problem with that at all. But you also need to understand that as much as we want to pray away this thing that is currently going on in the economy, we need to understand that it can get so much worse. So you need to be prepared for how bad it can get. You need to be prepared for how bad it can get. As much as you want to be optimistic, you also have to be realistic. You need to make sure that you keep your accounts in order. You are tracking your purchases, you are tracking your expenses, both for your business and for your personal life. You need to make sure that you are on top of your game as a business owner. You cannot leave anything to chance. You need to make sure that you are keeping your customers, like, and your customers are referring more people to you. Honestly, people are going to buy more word of mouth. People have always preferred word of mouth anyways, but word of mouth will be the go-to in this period because um scams are going to increase. Like, every time the economy gets really really bad, a lot of scams happen, a lot of fraud. So same thing is going to happen, and people want to do business again with people that they trust. While you are hoping for the best to happen in your business, you also have to prepare yourself for the worst. What are you going to do if it gets worse than this, right? And I've been advising a lot of people to learn skills besides having besides their current business that they are running. Learn skills that you can sell to people that are not in Nigeria. Learn digital skills that you can sell to people all over the world. Also, this is the time to increase your visibility. Learn skills like video editing, social media management, so that you can put yourself out there. And you need to personally learn skills that will help your business or that you can also provide to other people. Not get too comfortable, especially when you are doing business in Nigeria. You always have to be at alert because the policies are not very favorable. So you have to be at alert. You have to make sure that you're on top of your game. You are checking in with the prices to know what the new prices are, so that you will not end up selling at a loss. And as even a service business person, you need to be very careful as well. You need to continuously review your prices. Don't just increase your prices carelessly. You need to increase your prices based on what is happening currently. Important for, like I think I've mentioned this, but it's important for you to have diverse sources of income. You can't just rely on just one source of income at this time, especially if you're like a salary earner. Your purchasing power has reduced. There's not much you can do in terms of increasing your income based on the job you are doing, to get that salary. So you need to look outside towards learning maybe tech skills, digital marketing skills. You just need to learn some other skills that you can use to freelance on the side to make sure that you are earning extra income, right? You can't just depend on your salary right now. Yesterday again, I mentioned on my status, I said this is the survival of the fittest. In times like this, people further plunge into poverty. I was on Twitter scrolling and I saw somebody talking about the price of Pringles. Apparently, Pringles is now about 3,000 to 4,000 naira. And while I was on TikTok, I saw a creator, Adefe. She was talking about how Indomie has increased, the pack of Indomie has increased, bottled water has increased, all of those things have increased. What happens in times like this is that you start to lose buying power, and when you lose buying power, you are just gradually becoming poorer, so to say, especially if you don't have assets that are in dollars or you are not earning in dollars in any way. But even if you are earning in dollars, things are still very expensive in comparison to how they used to be. You need to make sure that you don't fall behind. And as I was saying yesterday, you need to do twice as much work to get the results that you used to get before. Which means that, how much work can you do actually as a human being? You're only human. And if you have to do twice the work you were doing before to get the same results that you used to get, it means we have an issue on our hands. So what you need to be doing is thinking of ways to gain leverage. And I've always talked about leverage on this channel. I've talked about leverage in terms of content creation, leverage in terms of capital, leverage in terms of collaboration. One thing I would advise is, if a creator collaborates more, I won't say this is the best time to start a product-based business, but anyways, best time is always now. Because it's still going to get much worse, and honestly, it's still going to get much worse. So I'll just say that if you're going to be starting a business, get into services, start doing like a service-based business. Businesses tend to fail more these times, right? So you need to apply leverage, and the best leverage I would say that you need to apply is content creation. So churn out a lot of content for your business, create content in the different varieties, different forms, whether it's written content, whether it is video content. Just make sure that you are producing much more content and reaching a lot more people, because you reaching a lot more people and you marketing is extremely important for your business in this time. I think I've mentioned it. As somebody that receives salary, your best bet is for you to start be freelancing and getting side jobs, right? Everybody needs side hustle in this current economy, and if you are fortunate enough and you know what you are doing enough, you'll be able to grow your side hustle to become a big business that you can jump into. But it's not the easiest thing to say. It's just by mouth, but it's not exactly very easy. But you need to do something to make sure that you don't lose the entire buying power, because it's very easy to fall into the trap of just working and not having savings to show for it, because all the money you're making is going towards your cost of living, right? So you want to make sure that you are increasing your chances of making more income by adding more skills, by adding more services, and working harder and improving and creating content to reach more people so they can see what you're doing. Finally, when the going gets tough, this is not the time for you to procrastinate. This is not the time for you to say, I will do it tomorrow, I will buy it tomorrow, I will shake it up tomorrow. You need to be putting all your energy into your work right now, because things are just not easy right now, right? So you cannot be sleeping. You have to wake up. You need to apply pressure. You need to work harder. You need to show up for yourself and show up for your business. And it's not going to be easy. It's not exactly easy. But at the same time, can't afford to lose. And I was telling somebody yesterday, I said, even though this thing is hard, even though the country is difficult, we cannot afford to lose. We must win. Whatever that means for you. Show up for yourself, show up for your work, and don't give up. A lot of people have sent me messages, so they are tired, things are increasingly difficult, I understand, but you need to not pity yourself, but you need to get into the mindset that I must make it, because unless you are able to leave this Nigeria, there's no point complaining. If we are here, then as we are here, we must make it against all odds. This is your sign from the universe to apply pressure, do more, do better, improve yourself, focus on increasing your income, because if you are not increasing your income, you are becoming poorer. In my next video, I'll be talking about ways to increase your income and things you can do to make sure that you are earning more money. But for this particular video, this is just a you can do it video, don't give up video. This is everything is going to be all right for you if you work harder and if you don't procrastinate. So I'll see you in my next video, which I hope that I put out by next week. So it was nice talking, I guess. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye.